Hey guys, Off-Road Circus. So, sorry that I didn't post a video in a long time, but I got the plague, so yeah, I think my last video was like something with the weed eater bike, whatever. But as long as I had the plague, I figured, well, I might as well accomplish something, so I went online shopping and I bought a bunch of stuff for my bike, and I already got the Kenda Millville 2 front tire on there. Thing sticks like Velcro, amazing. I also got another Maxxis IT for the rear. Never put that on yet, obviously, because it's sitting right there. But I bought another Pro Circuit pipe for this one, so I thought I might as well do a video on how to install that, just for sake of making a video, because I haven't made one in like forever. I can't even remember the last time I made a video. So anyways, on the topic of Pro Circuit pipes, I I wanted to buy a BBR one because they actually produce more power, because the BBR pipe has some weird tapering going on with the whole header there, and they supposedly make 0.3 more horsepower than this Pro Circuit does. But you know, 0.3, you can't even feel that. That's pretty much irrelevant. But the only thing that Pro Circuit has going for it as far as horsepower goes is the fact that this pipe is humongous compared to the stock one. It's like retardedly bigger, so that would generally say that it would move your power lower down into the power band. It doesn't actually produce that much more power, but you know, power lower down on the power band is good, because I remember how it felt on my 150, and on my 150 it was a pretty sweet pipe, so I'm assuming on 230, well, maybe it'll be better, who knows. And you would not believe how cheap I got this for. Like, the BBR was supposed to be like 360 bucks or something. I got this for, you would not believe it, 220 bucks. I got it on JC Motors for a Cyber Monday or something like that, but retardedly cheap. Even with shipping and handling, it was like 260 or something, so it was an offer that I couldn't refuse. But yeah, the Pro Circuit's a pretty honest product. I mean, sounds good. It's a lot lighter than stock, so you can't really go wrong with it. It's like bolt-on power. So, without me rambling on forever, the first thing you're going to want to do to change out the pipe is remove this side panel. It's not completely necessary, but it really frees, you know, a lot of space up. So on a Honda 230, there will only be one bolt holding your whole side panel on. Just unscrew that, and then you can take your whole freaking side right out, and then you can get access to all your bolts. And then from there, it's just unbolting this one and bolting your new one on. You're probably going to want to put all your bolts somewhere safe, and I figure a good place is probably going to be on your side panel. Just use that as a bolt spin, because you're going to have to put it back on anyway, so you're not going to lose anything, right? You're probably going to want to start to go back to front, and this bolt, just a 12 mil, just friggin' go. Start loosening it up. They usually torque them on pretty tight. Once you get that bolt out, your exhaust will just, well, should come right out, but might take a bit of fidgeting. Oh well. Well, shit, I forgot all about this guy right here. So, you're probably going to want to undo this, and then your exhaust system should come right off. So, different method. Took out the header bolts first, and slid the header out like that with a lot of force, because whichever guys manufactured my bike forgot to put enough anti-seize on there, go figure. And yeah, then your muffler will just be there. You can just pull that off. The amount that this stock exhaust system weighs is retarded. Like, compared to the Pro Circuit, it's quite a bit. So I'll probably just, you know, do a hand-to-hand weight comparison. Nothing, you know, too science-y, but I'll just check it out. Oh, and while I'm at it, I might as well show you guys. Here's how the Pro Circuit makes its power. Look at the freaking size of the header pipe versus the little tiny, little stock one. Like, look at that versus that. It's huge. You know, just friggin' comparing the two is, yeah. That's how the Pro Circuit makes its power, right? It has a way bigger header pipe than usual. Anyways, now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna, this one bolt's a pain in the ass, but you're just gonna loosely screw your header pipe on, so there's like a lot of play in it, so you can fit everything onto it pretty good without having anything be really too snug. I made this mistake when I put the Pro Circuit pipe on for the first time on my 150. Had some real problems there. Now, with your pipe, you should get this little baggie of anti-seize. Your job right now, once you got the header pipe on, but not this is to freaking rip this thing open and just go batshit crazy all over the end of this, because you don't ever want this to seize up should you ever want to take your exhaust system off. Because to get my stock pipe off, when the guys didn't put enough anti-seize on it, was a pain in the ass. It took me like half an hour, but obviously I didn't film it on camera because there was a lot of swearing and it wasn't really G-rated. But yeah, so use this liberally. Lesson of the day here. Once you freaking represent that shit with the anti-seize, then you slide the pipe on, and probably the first bolt you're going to want to do up is that middle one there, because that one is just the hardest to line up. And then you're probably going to do that one, and because you already loosely fitted on your header bolts, then you tighten up those ones last. To slide the pipe over this little piece of rubber shit here is, it's actually pretty difficult, but what I do is I actually used a set of vice grips to pry these two pieces apart and slide it over. So, greasy little trick done by me. But, you know, it's on, so that's good. So, anyways, after much fidgeting, I eventually got that on. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. I thought it was only going to take like 5-10 minutes. It took me like half an hour. But, you know, half an hour for, you know, basically bolt-on power is pretty good, I figure. What I ended up having to do was doing this header bolt up, and then getting that bolted up, and then I took my hand and I like jiggled it around a whole bunch in the middle until that would line up. And right now I'm just, you know, tightening this up, but I don't know how tight these are supposed to be, but obviously I got them, you know, torqued up pretty good. So, you know, should be good. So just for a sound test now, I'll be sure to do a review video on that. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out just to see how it sounds. So anyways, guys, first impressions of the pipe after I got it on and took it for a ride is this really changes the power band after having a stock pipe with the baffle removed and a rejet. I already have my carb rejetted, so this was legitimately just bolt-on power. As far as carb jetting goes on this, you probably are going to want a 120 main jet and a 45 pilot jet, as well as probably move your needle up a clip setting or two. And on this carb it's weird because it's a push-pull carburetor, but you know, whatever. It's pretty good. But yeah, the pipe, I really like it. The sound is pretty freaking good. It's about the same loudness level as the stock pipe with the baffle removed, so you know, that being said, it's not obnoxious, but it sounds a lot more like refined than that garbage before. But yeah, before with the stock pipe, all the power used to set on at once, and then the rest of the power band would be pretty dead. But this actually spreads it out a lot more, so you can feel that it has a lot more power, like all the way through the higher revs. It doesn't just have that big whack of power right as you touch the gas there, and it's like that the whole way through, which is pretty cool, I guess. But it's like a 4-stroke with a power band before. It was kind of dumb, actually. So just a little sound test.